Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am High Priestess May and this is going to be the messages for the first 6 months of 2019. Happy New Year's Eve. You will be watching this on New Year's Eve. I'm so excited. There are so many amazing things coming, so many amazing beneficial planetary movements happening in this year, and especially with Jupiter being in our signs, bringing lots of prosperity and blessings to all of us. So if you haven't joined my YouTube channel yet, make sure you have subscribed and you turn on the notification bells, because this year is going to be a brand new year and it's going to bring a lot of free messages for you. So because my guides want me to focus more on bringing you the messages you need in order to make the best of the 2019 and all the years to come. So if you haven't subscribed, before we get started, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so that way you are notified every time I post one of these videos. If you haven't already followed me on Instagram, make sure you're following me on Instagram.com/priestess_May. That's my only account, and it's the only account I have on Instagram. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the way that these readings are going to work is you get to pick one of 4 numbers. So you're going to want to pick a number between 1 and 4. So that's group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. For each group, I am going to pull 6 cards. The 6 cards will represent the first 6 months of 2019. I will also be pulling a card at the end from the Spirit Animal Oracle, which I love because oracle cards are great ways to get little simple messages from your guides without having to necessarily have any psychic gifts or any tarot skills, such as I do. So I've been loving including the oracle deck, and even with the oracle deck, I can also do some divine messages as well for you. So without further ado, right now, pause the video, take a moment to meditate, and choose the number that you are most attracted to. So may that be number 1, 2, 3, or 4. So make sure you pause the video now, meditate on that number, choose the number, and then go ahead and hit play. Okay? Go ahead and pause it right now. Beautiful. So we're back. So group number 1. Let's go ahead and pick a card. Pick some cards for group number 1. What is the message? I'm calling upon the guardians, guides, and angels of all of those people that picked the number 1. What are the messages for 2019? What things do they need to know? What are these month themes going to be for them? So what is group 1 going to have to expect or foresee so that they can themselves be able to help themselves the most as possible? Remember, if this is a general message for each group. If this message doesn't apply to you, just remember, you don't have to take it. You can go ahead and move forward and not even think about this video. If this message resonates with you, then go right ahead and follow that. These messages are for our spiritual well-being and for fun at the end of the day. So make sure that you are taking that which resonates, and what doesn't resonate, you don't have to take. All right, let's go ahead and get started with group number 1. Group number 1. The 6 of Wands. The 7 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, the 6 of Swords. And right away, for group 1, your 5th card is the Devil, but don't worry, that doesn't mean bad things. It doesn't mean necessarily that it's something terrible coming. And the bottom of the deck is the 10 of Pentacles. What I love about group 1 right away is that it's a very big transition happening for you here. From the beginning, we have here you having some victories, maybe some victories that not everyone is happy for you, okay? Some victories that some people maybe feel that you didn't deserve. However, I like this because this is kind of like the symbol of you being crowned. Now, this could be a symbol of you being crowned maybe in some sort of spiritual way. Or it could be maybe a romantic partner deciding to choose you over other things in their life. Choose you. And this could also be a boss deciding to choose you and give you this promotion instead of someone else. And this, I love all this fire here because it only tells me that this is definitely something that's going to make you stand apart from other people. And the reason why I say that is because the Six of Wands to me is all about receiving recognition that maybe not everybody is happy about, that you're getting this recognition. And usually this recognition comes in a form of a promotion or a partner, whatever it is that you're waiting on this year, a partner choosing you, or this is very much about you being victorious. And this also, for those of you who are walking a spiritual path, could mean someone, a certain guy choosing to work with you, okay? So I love that for January. For February, I am seeing here, now it ties very much with this card. I'm seeing you overcoming some obstacles. I'm seeing you coming out on top here from maybe some arguments, maybe some disagreements. Some people may be trying to get you down, telling you that you don't deserve that. But this is telling me that your guides are saying, don't worry about them. Don't give them the second thought. You're going to get what you deserve, and you're going to come out on top. So you have nothing to worry about, okay, Group 1? Now, the reason why I say that this may have to do with some work or schooling is because I am seeing here the Three of Pentacles, which to me represents some sort of university, represents some sort of working together to build some sort of temple as well. This could be, like I said, if you're waiting on some sort of spiritual connection, this could be you joining some sort of temple or some sort of coven. And this could also be you going back to school, or you joining or working for a school, getting a new promotion in some sort of school setting, okay? This could also mean you working with other people to maybe build your own business. So this is a great card for March. For April, I'm seeing you leaving. I'm seeing you leaving some things, maybe some bad relationships, some situations that are not benefiting you. This feels very much work related though. It feels like maybe you leaving this job that you, even though you've received some recognition, maybe it hasn't been really the best environment for you. This leaving your job now, if this is not related to work, this could possibly also mean some sort of move that would be more beneficial for you. A move that can bring you into a better mindset. This could also mean a trip, like I said, to some sort of spiritual healing or spiritual awakening, okay? Now, the Devil here, that's January, February, March, April. This is May. Now, Group 1. The Devil to me is telling me that there is something that is self-destructive that is going to come out in May, that is going to, your guides are going to kind of push you to let go of. So this card can represent maybe some family curses, in the way that maybe there is some really bad cycles that are happening in your family that need to be healed, okay? This also to me represents letting go of destructive habits, like maybe smoking or drinking or drugs, or maybe a bad sexual relationship or some sort of bad relationship that is very toxic. So this is the fact that it's paired with this. It's telling me that you're already thinking about leaving this toxic situation. So in April, you're going to decide to leave that toxic situation and release that that in May. It's going to be a bit of a struggle, so it may be a bit of a struggle for you, because I'm seeing here the Knight of Swords telling me you fighting very passionately for that which you desire, fighting very passionately for possibly yourself, for your own sanity, okay, so that you're able to actually come out on top in this argument. Now, what I like about the bottom of the deck here is that it is the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles to me represents inheritances. So it represents all generational wealth. It represents it represents to me as well receiving some sort of spiritual gift that was handed down from generation to generation, receiving maybe an inheritance that you had been waiting on. And this is telling me that this is what's going to happen in 2019. So if you've been waiting on something for a while and you feel like you were never going to get it, now this is not for everybody. Not everybody's going to obviously receive an inheritance, but it could be an inheritance spiritually. It could be an inherited knowledge. It could be inherited finances. But to me, these are things that you have been waiting for to develop in the spiritual realm, and it's finally coming to be. Okay, so Group 1, what is your animal spirit? Now, if you are watching this and you want to skip to your number, you are welcome to skip to your number. I'll include the number in the description, okay? The timestamp. Now, Group 1, let's see what your spirit animal is for January 2019, because some of us need a certain spirit animal to help us get through certain times in our lives. So let's take a look at what is yours for 2019, Group 1. Ooh, someone already got put out. So spirit animal for Group 1 is the otter spirit. Now, the otter represents never being alone. So your guides want you to know that you're never alone. You're always being accompanied by them. Your guides are coming to you. They are trying to communicate with you. So if you are spending, which is probably why these cards came up, if you're spending a lot of time alone and you feel like you're alone and you're not getting anywhere, know that you're never alone. Okay, so the otter is a beautiful being. It's a beautiful spirit animal, and to me, it's right here, the number 42 that adds up to numerical number 6, which again, 6 was the first number I saw in your tarot cards. And 6 is all about you needing love, and sometimes that love has to come from yourself. So that is your reading for January 2019. That is your message. So I hope you enjoyed it. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to group number 2. Many blessings. Alrighty. Hello, group number 2. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's shuffle the cards and see what your guides have for you today. So this will be the message for group number 2 for January 2019. Let's see here. So thank you to the guardians of group number 1. And I'm going to go ahead and call in the guardians of group number 2. What messages your guides and guardians have for you for January through June of 2019. So the first 6 months of 2019. Let's take a look here. What messages are there for 2019? And again, if this message doesn't resonate, you're welcome to not take it and go ahead and move forward with your life. And this is a general message, so it may not apply to everyone. All right, group number 2. It looks like you're thinking a lot about leveling up in your life. Leveling up in your love life as well as in your career. Okay, so right here, group number 2, already I'm seeing the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles to me talks about working on some sort of craft, or hobby, possibly going back to school, maybe honing your skills for something. So this is what you're going to decide to do in January. So deciding to go and hone your skills, maybe go for a little bit more training that will help you grow in your career. This could be honing your skills for a new business as well. So, and this is it's all about, if you're waiting for a sign from your guides to tell you to move forward and go back to school, or to hone your skills of that is a hobby into a career, this is your sign. Okay, so make sure that is in January. January is all about starting to hone ourselves for the blessings that are coming in the future. Okay, now the Knight of Pentacles is what's happening in February. February, it's telling me that there is an opportunity that is going to be offered to you that you're going to be hesitant about taking. And this is telling me not to be too impulsive in taking this opportunity, but also not to swat it away too impulsively either. So make sure you're really thinking through what the opportunity is and thinking through what you should be doing in regards to this opportunity. I see a little bit of hesitation here. Okay, and what my guides are telling me is that you need to make sure that you don't hesitate to really think about it, but don't overthink it. Okay, because we have a tendency to sabotage ourselves by overthinking a situation, or by being too impulsive and saying yes before we've really thought it through. The next March, I'm seeing you really conquering your thoughts, really having just the eagle eye view, okay? But really needing to have those blinders, kind of like a horse does when they go on a race, and you're just focused on your target. So this is showing me, this is talking about focus, okay? This may be also a new thought or some sort of new communication that your guides are going to be bringing into your life, but also making sure that you don't forget to focus on your target, okay? So whatever you have been focusing on, it may be the honing of your skills or your relationship. Right now is the time, in March is the time to really set your sword in the ground and stand your ground with what you are going to communicate to others. So you need to really make sure that you are being clear in your communication, and that you are saying what you mean and meaning what you say, but also be careful who you say certain things to. Maybe this could also be, saying something incorrect that could cause you a little bit of, not incorrect, but maybe something out of line that could at work cause you issues, maybe with a boss. But that's not giving me that vibe. This is giving me more of the vibe of making sure you mean what you say and you say what you mean, and don't play around, because now is not the time. You don't have time to waste, okay? In April, I'm seeing a little bit of introspection happening. So introspection now, it's showing me it's surrounded by the Lovers and the Ten of Wands, and this is making me feel like there are some things that you are starting to think about maybe giving up, and your guides are saying you're almost there, don't give up. And I feel that this is very much related to your relationships. So if some of you have been really focused on getting in a relationship, or waiting for your soulmate, or waiting for your twin flame, and it just isn't seem to be happening, the guides are saying, you need some introspection, you need some time to yourself, and realize that everything happens for a reason, and it happens when it needs to happen, okay? So this is telling me that this time apart from the world, and this time it just kind of going in, and but don't stay in this mode for too long, because the Hermit will make you want to kind of sit on the couch and not really do much. But this is there has to be a purpose for this going inward, and really just spending time with yourself and getting to know yourself, so that you get to know what you want, so that your guides can more clearly guide you in the direction of whom you should be with. Okay, so and that this is telling me that if you do this successfully, okay, you do that introspection successfully, there is the lovers, there is that divine relationship being sent in your direction. This is not upside down, so it tells me that that is not a karmic relationship that is coming into your life, that this could possibly be your soulmate or your soulmates teach us lessons. So let's go with twin flame, okay? Twin flames are better from what I understand, because twin flames are people that bring out the best in you, okay? Whereas soulmates tend to be more about teaching you lessons. So I love that the Lover's card is coming out, but this can only happen for you if you take the time to have introspection and to really clearly define what you want and who you are before this comes for you in May. Now, in June, I'm seeing a little bit of starting over. This is like, oh, you've been carrying all these things with you. Now is the time to release those and just lean on your faith, okay? Now it's time to just release all of the expectations, all of the desires. It's really just time to lean on your faith and let your guides bring in the right people and the right situations into your life. The bottom of the deck for group 2 is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups to me represents something from your childhood or a friendship rebuilding with someone. Now, the Six of Cups can also, when related to this Lover card, could mean that someone who is your twin flame could become a very, very, very good friend for you. Now, that doesn't mean it won't turn romantic, but you have to build that friendship first before you build the rest, because the best way to build a twin flame relationship is to build that friendship, and then everything else will follow after that. All right, group 2, so that is your message for 2019. Let's take a look and see what is going on with your animal spirit. What is your animal spirit for this year? What animal is most needed, or their spirit most needed in your life at this time? Let's take a look for group 2. Ooh. Cow spirit. All right, so this is very much in theme with your cards that I have already pulled. It's talking about the miracles are endless. So understanding that the miracles will come to you, all you need to do is lean on your faith and allow your guides to bring those in, okay? Maybe a good mantra for you to take on is everything works out for me. Everything works out for me. Everything works out for me. And that is what the cow spirit tells you, is miracles are endless. Things are going to happen. Now, what I love about the cow is that in some cultures, the cow is held as holy, as sacred. And this is definitely in spirit with the messages of your guides, saying just go inward, figure out what it is that you want, and allow and tell us, and we are willing to go ahead and bring those miracles into your life. But miracles cannot be brought in states of desperation, in states of feeling loss or lack. Miracles come in when you feel that you have completely submitted to the will of God. So if you, or the universe, if whatever you define God as, the universe, God, whatever you, goddess, you have to submit to that will, and the miracles will come into your life. All right, group 2, that's your message for 2019. I hope you enjoyed it. Now I'm going to go ahead and move to group 3. All right, group 3. Again, if this message doesn't resonate, you are welcome to not take it. This message is for spiritual well-being and for entertainment. So if you are not resonating with it, that is okay. You can go ahead and move on, or maybe pick a different number. All right, group 3. Let's go ahead and take a look. Thank you to group 2's guardians and guides. Let's go ahead and see what messages the guides and guardians of group 3 have to deliver today. What messages do you have for 2019, especially for the first 6 months of 2019 for group 3? Let's take a look. Cards got heavy. Alrighty. Okay, so the first is the Hierophant. Oh, ooh, I like this. Group 3, group 3. Let's take a look here. Some promises for you, group 3. Again, here the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups, Strength, the Four of Wands, I'm sorry, Two of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Knight of Cups is the bottom of your deck. This is a lot. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what is going on. Alrighty. So, January. So, January, the Hierophant is coming up. So, the Hierophant is all about clearing blockages, maybe traditional beliefs that you are starting to release, okay? This could mean also for those whom are interested in the African spirituality. I am seeing the Queen of Cups, which to me represents Yemaya. It represents cleansing, represents open roads. So this in January, this can mean that it would be a good time for you to do some road openings for yourself. Maybe to set some really good intentions to release fear, to release blockages from your life. So that is what January is meant for you, is to release those fears, those blockages, those things that are holding up your prosperity and your blessings, and maybe releasing some people or some limiting thoughts that are holding you back from going forward. Tradition is great. I love tradition, but remember, sometimes tradition gets a little too far, and it holds up innovation. It holds up open thought. It holds up maybe new opportunities because you're holding on so roughly to those old traditions. Now, this could also mean introducing new traditions into your life, because this January is all about your resolutions. So maybe introducing new patterns or new routines as well might be beneficial for you right now. February is the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups, to me, it represents the being Yemaya for me. It may represent something different for you. But she also, the reason I say that is because it's a very Mother Mary figure. It's a very nurturing, loving figure in your life. So the Queen of Cups, this is maybe some advice that is going to come from from a mother that is very mothering, nurturing in your life. Now, the only thing, maybe a bit emotional. Now, the only thing with the Queen of Cups that it could be a flaw is maybe a mom that is a little manipulative in a way of like guilting you to do certain things. And it's all about having open and honest conversation with this mother, okay? So the Queen of Cups, though, I feel that she's at a point where she's past manipulation, where she's past really holding herself back. This could also be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio person that is coming in and bringing you some good news, some good nurturing. So stay open and positive to receiving in February some really good advice from the Queen of Cups, okay? Now, the March is the symbol of strength. So strength to me represents the symbol of Leo. So this could actually represent a marriage as well between a Leo and a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but this mostly to me represents Leo, and a Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The reason why I say that, some sort of engagement, is because in the month of April, I'm seeing the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is a symbol of marriage to me. It's a symbol of having a wedding, of marriage, of making stable decisions in your life. Now, this feels very much more prosperity and relationship related than spiritual, okay? Now, spirit is the foundation of those things. However, this feels more like about your relationships and maybe a financial stability, okay? Now, this is the March strength. It tells me that you are going to be most likely meeting a Leo that's going to show you the strength that it takes. But this could also represent having the strength to stand up to your mom. Some of us have the inability of standing up to our moms because we feel that in standing up we're being disrespectful, but we're actually not being disrespectful. It's doing it in a respectful way, standing up to maybe a parent and saying, hey, I appreciate your opinion, I appreciate your guidance, but my intuition is telling me to go in this direction, okay? So the fact that they're right next to each other, it makes me feel like maybe this could be a situation of you're getting married and maybe your mother-in-law is meddling too much, or your own mother is meddling too much in your wedding plans. This is feeling very wedding related. So whoever in group 3 is getting married, this feels very much like there's a little bit of meddling happening, and you may need to address that in a loving, kind way, okay? In May, I am seeing a change of employment or a move. So if you're getting married, obviously there's going to be some sort of move happening. So this is telling me you weighing the pros and the cons, the Two of Pentacles here. You weighing the pros and cons of either staying in this place or moving to a new place, or weighing the pros and cons of changing a job. A situation like that. Now, if this situation is all about your financial stability, then this is telling me that this is going to be a new change of job or some sort of promotion that is going to happen, and you're going to kind of be weighing whether you should take it or not. Okay? Again, the June, beware. There must be something going on with group 1 and group 3. In June, you both received the symbol of the devil. So it's about releasing. It may have to do with the planetary movements of June. It's about releasing things that are destructive to yourself. Don't sabotage yourself. Don't sabotage your relationship. Be very careful in June, group 3, because this relationship is going great, and the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles, which is a symbol of engagement, just a symbol of someone offering to spend the rest of their life with you, and this is a symbol of sabotage. Okay, so make sure you don't self-sabotage. Make sure that you are thinking about releasing some destructive behaviors, maybe eating better, releasing cigarettes or drugs or alcohol, whatever that may be in your life. This could also be someone coming into your life and trying to offer you those things, okay? So be very aware of, do not be fearful of it, but be aware of it so that you do not end up manifesting it into happening. Like I said, at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups, which to me represents Archangel Raphael as well, because I love his little wings and the blue and the pink fish. So to me it represents healing. So it represents healing. Maybe you went from getting married to now just deciding to just continue your engagement because some sabotage happening here. So remember, if you don't sabotage yourself, then you can go ahead and get married. But if you decide if that does end up happening where you end up sabotaging the relationship and you end up having some issues in the relationship in June, know that your guides are saying that that situation is going to heal and it's going to come back and it's going to get back on the right track as long as you put in the positive energy and the love and the work into yourself. All right, group 3, that is your reading. So let's go ahead and pick a spirit animal for you, group 3. See what spirit animal you need the most in 2019. Let's take a look. Spirit animal for group 3 that you need the most. This card kind of popped out to me. Okay. I love this card. Look at this. The hummingbird, representing be here now, it says. So this is all about being present. So all these things are happening in the first 6 months of the new year, And group 3, you have to just remember to be present. Be present for the moment. Do not look so much to the future. Do not look so much to the past. It's not going to help to do that. It's going to help to be present, and it's going to help to just enjoy the flowers, enjoy the roses, as they say. Stop and smell the roses today, okay? And each and every day. Number 34 here is popping out to me, which to me together they add up to 7. So numerical number 7 to me represents a lot of overcoming obstacles. So the only way to overcome obstacles is to be present for them so that you can face them head on and move forward. You cannot go over them, you must go through them. Many blessings to you, group 3, and now we're moving on to group number 4. Alrighty, so this message, thank you to group 3's guardians and guides. We'll go ahead and move on to group number 4 and call upon your guides and guardians and see what messages you need to hear for the first 6 months of the new year. All right, group number 4, let's take a look here. All right, let's take a look here. What messages are there for you for January through June of 2019? King of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the 3 of Pentacles. Ooh, I like it. The 10 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Emperor. Wow, group number 4. That is a lot of prosperity and fire. And at the bottom of the deck is the 3 of Cups. So let's go ahead and take a look what messages your guides are giving me based on these cards, okay? King of Wands comes in right away. January, a lot of fire for you, group number 4. A lot of definite decisions. There is no debating this. You are gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Or this can also represent a man or woman that is a King of Wands. To me, the King of Wands also represents the being related to, if you are of the spiritual traditions, related to Chango or Saint Barbara. The King of Wands to me is all about fire. It's about impulsivity that is weighed out. It's not making immature decisions. This can also be a love interest that may be coming into your life that is a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Someone who is very good at teaching you things, very compassionate, but if you get on this person's bad side, do not expect to not be told, so you can get burned a little bit. So you got to be careful. Because as a Sagittarius, I will tell you that fire signs, we can be very, very kind, loving, compassionate, understanding. However, if we get on our bad side, you can get burned a little bit because you get burned with truth. So this is a person that will also maybe give you some honest feedback that you need to listen to, because this honest feedback, this honest maybe consultation, this honest person is going to bring you some feedback that I see here is going to actually bring you a lot of prosperity. This also to me represents father figures. This could be a father figure, a boss, someone that is a father figure, a teacher that can bring you a lot of prosperity in the new year. And he is definitely a King of Wands. So this is someone such as an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, like I said before. He stands his ground. He already knows what he wants, and he's not changing his decision, okay? All right. Wheel of Fortune is April. So this, I love the Wheel of Fortune. It did come out right side up. What I love about that is that it's telling me that a good fortune is coming for you. So maybe your life hasn't been going the way you wanted it to, and now the wheels are turning. It's a new year, and the wheel of fortune is bringing you things that you deserve. The key word here is what you deserve, okay? So the wheel of fortune is bringing you what you deserve. The symbols here of the 4 apostles on the edges of the cards. Now that is if you believe in the apostles, in Christianity. But even if you don't, it's about that faith bringing you reaping rewards. The Sphinx here, the symbol of knowledge, okay? So bringing you maybe some knowledge that will bring you forward. Not just knowledge, but also faith that will bring you forward and bring you some prosperity. And knowledge is probably going to come from the King of Wands, okay? Here, again, the 3 of Pentacles, talking about, this could be child-related, but to me it really represents a symbol of maybe a daycare or university, or building a temple together. So a few people working on a temple together, okay? This is you being brought into maybe a new type of family. This could be a work family, a partnership with people where you feel like you guys are family, and it's gonna bring you a really great return. The reason I say that is because the 10 of Pentacles is coming up here, and it's showing me that the 10 of Pentacles is showing me that you are going to be joining maybe a family business. This could be a family business, an inheritance of some sort coming to you, being able to finally build generational wealth. So your hard work starting to pay off. So if you have a business already, or you're thinking about building a business, group number 4, this is telling me that you are going to be able to build that business, and that business is going to be very profitable for you, okay? Like I said, this could also mean building a business with someone that is in your family or that feels like family, and this bringing that generation, passing that from generation to generation. Now, in May, group number 4, I am seeing the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords to me is someone who is very gossipy. Someone who tends to maybe not be so happy with your blessings, or sees that your blessings are somehow unfair, okay? Because this person is someone who is near you, who doesn't really see the work that you put in, or doesn't validate the work that you put into things, okay? And they may have some jealousy or envy as a way to justify their own failures, okay? So they're gonna project those failures onto you and try to make it seem like it's your fault, but remember, it's not your fault. It is their own perception of the world, and everyone has their own perception of the world, and a lot of the times when they feel that they are not receiving what they want, they will project it as being a fault of someone else because they cannot see their own reflection in the mirror. However, it's telling me by June, you're going to get over that. Just be aware of that person. And I see the Emperor card coming in. So the Emperor card is that person that is the right husband, the right a husband figure, father figure, businessman. He knows what he wants and he goes for it. He doesn't stop. He's very much like the King of Wands. So if you're waiting for a relationship, this is probably that relationship man you've been waiting for. The man who is very compassionate, but he knows what he wants. Both of these men have that peace about them. They're very similar in that notion. I would think that the one that is the most like the Emperor are the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, because they're very much about their money and about having the power. And it's not that they yearn power, but rather they radiate power. They radiate respect, okay? So that's what that right there, if you're waiting on a relationship to develop, I'm telling you that it is most likely going to develop, not for all of you, but for a majority of you, a king of wands, or someone who is a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, because this is also the symbol of Aries. So most likely in Aries, you are going to have a relationship with. This is someone possibly coming back into your life, because I see the bottom of the deck is a reconciliation, okay? Three of Cups for me represents reconciliation, coming back together, building something together. Maybe someone that you broke up with in the past and they needed time to grow up. They finally grew up mentally, emotionally, both of you have, and now that relationship is going to be able to take root. Same thing with with the business. With the business, this could be something that you had been thinking about and maybe had let go of for a while because you thought it was never going to work, and you've decided to come back to it, and now you're celebrating because you got all of this prosperity. All right, group number 4. Let's go ahead and see what your spirit animal for 2019 is. Spirit animal for group number 4 for 2019. Let's take a look. The koi fish spirit. Oh my goodness, I love this. The koi fish is a great being for prosperity. Okay, so the symbol of abundance, number 9 here, 6 plus 3, number 9, number 36. Number 9 adds up to number 9, which to me represents the number of abundance. So in related to financial abundance, I see a lot of financial abundance for you in 2019 for group number 4, at least for the majority of you who have already built yourself spiritually, who know what you want, whom already have done the work, okay? So if you haven't done the work, it's not going to work out. But if you have done the work and you have done the spiritual introspection and all of the things, and you have set your stake down that these things are going to work, and you have been smart, the koi fish spirit is telling you there is always enough. And also for those of you who are struggling financially, this may be a good sign. This may be a good thing for you, a good mantra, whatever you say that, a new mantra for you. There is always enough. There is always enough. There's always enough. Why? Because money is energy. And if you give it the energy that you always have enough of it, it will just keep coming to you. If you feel the energy that you never have enough, or you're constantly saying, I'm broke, that's what you will be. You will manifest that you are broke. You will manifest that you don't have enough. So make sure that you're always saying there is always enough, and the koi fish spirit is your lucky animal of spirit of the year. And lucky number 9. So 9 would be a really good number for you. All right. Group number 4, that is all. So for all of you, this is the reading for the first 6 months of January through June of 2019. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a beautiful, prosperous, happy new year. And remember to set your goals, to have faith, to connect with the spirits that connect with you from beyond, and to remember, be kind, be loving to one another, and allow your guides to do the work in your life. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well, instagram.com/priestess_May. And I also have a Facebook, which is facebook.com/priestessmay. Many blessings to you, and have a happy new year.